Again, student, a very good morning to all of you students. A hearty welcome, a warm welcome to Dream Tuition. Students, what we are going to do today? Today, first we will discuss two business news. Like always, in every lecture, we start with the business news. First, we will discuss the two business news, and then I'm going to get into your first topic of bookkeeping, and we'll continue the first topic of economics also. So, very interesting lecture today. Let's get into the lecture. First of all, before beginning today's lecture again, let's remind each other Dream Tuition motto, a principle of Dream Tuition, that let's try to make a today's lecture better than as compared to previous lecture. कल से आज का लेक्चर अच्छा करने की we should try to do that. कोशिश करनी चाहिए हमें कि आज का लेक्चर जो है it should be better than as compared to our previous lecture. As a teacher, I am going to try for that, and as a student, you also try to make your today's lecture better than previous lecture. Now let's get into news. Okay, start. This is the first news I want to discuss with you all. This is the first news I want to discuss with you all, student, about. Okay, let me see. Okay, first let's discuss about economic data. Yesterday or today, government has announced economic data. Government keeps on announcing every month. हर महीने government कुछ ना कुछ economic data government announces कि हमारे कंट्री में क्या हो रहा है. तो इस तरह से इकोनॉमिक डेटा गवर्नमेंट कैलकुलेट करती है, as well as they announce for all of us to know. So this is one of the information, one of the economic data they have announced. Let's see what is this all about. Retail inflation. Retail inflation. The meaning of retail inflation is महंगाई. Okay, महंगाई. उसको हिंदी में क्या कहेंगे? महंगाई जो दर है of retail, like vegetables, fruits and everything. तो जो retail inflation है commodities का हमारे कंट्री में for the month of June, currently we are in the month of July. हम जुलाई के मंथ में हैं, तो गवर्नमेंट ने प्रीवियस मंथ का स्टूडेंट्स स्पर्श भी आ रहा है. लेट मी एडमिट हिम, लेट मी सी अंदर है या नहीं. ओके स्पर्श, यू आर इन द क्लास नाउ. जस्ट अ सेकंड. Okay, now Sparsh is also in the class, so we can continue. Student, so government in the today's 15th or 14th of July, so in the mid of July, government has disclosed or announced June month inflation data of our country. There are two types of inflation data, wholesale inflation data and retail inflation data. तो जो retail product commodity की जो price है हमारे country में for all the commodity in our country, तो जुलाई के month में mid of the July में government is announcing inflation means महंगाई की दर, that is कितना महंगा हो गया है हमारे country में. That data every month government announces. जुलाई में now they are announcing previous month. तो पिछले month जून में what was the inflation in our country वो गवर्नमेंट ने अनाउंस किया. Let me read for you. Retail inflation based on consumer price index stood at 6.09% in the month of June. So this data is for the month of June. Data released by who releases this data? Who provide this data, students? By government. So government economic department, government के student, one more student is coming. Just let me admit her. Okay, I hope she must be inside the classroom. Okay, live classroom में है वो. तो अभी मैं discuss करता हूँ. Again, retail inflation based on consumer price index stood at 6.09% in the month of June. Data released by government on Monday. So yesterday, Monday को in the month of July, government has released this data about the inflation rate. There are two types of inflation rate: retail inflation rate and wholesale price. So ये जो data जो government ने दिया है जुलाई month में, every month government announce. तो this month, in the month of July, government ने last month June में हमारे country में what was the inflation rate of retail products, जो retail में sale होता है, wholesale में नहीं, retail में जो sale होता है, उसका price inflation क्या था हमारे country में जून में. That data government ने yesterday they have released, they have disclosed. So what is the percent? 6.09%. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Students, जून में हमारी कंट्री में गवर्नमेंट के हिसाब से, एज पर द गवर्नमेंट इकोनॉमिक रिपोर्ट, एज पर द गवर्नमेंट इकोनॉमिक फाइंडिंग्स, वो बता रहे हैं कि हमारी कंट्री में देयर वाज ए इंक्रीज इन द रिटेल प्राइस फॉर द कमोडिटीज, जितने भी प्रोडक्ट्स हमारी कंट्री में, तो इन द मंथ ऑफ जून देयर वाज इंक्रीज इन द प्राइस. इन्फ्लेशन मतलब महंगाई हो गई थी. तो व्हाट वाज द परसेंटेज? 6.09. व्हाट डज इट मीन? व्हाट डज इट मीन? इसका मतलब ये होता है स्टूडेंट कि अगर मई में जो भी प्राइस था उससे हमारी कंट्री में प्राइस कितना बढ़ गया? 6% इंक्रीज हो गया. एग्जांपल, अगर रिटेल मार्केट में इफ आई वाज स्पेंडिंग 100 रुपीज, if I was spending in the month of May in retail market in our country, in the month of May 100 rupees suppose I was spending for my need, मेरी जरूरत के लिए, if I was spending 100 rupees, now in the month of June मुझे कितना एक्स्ट्रा पे करना पड़ रहा है? 6 rupees. That means 6%. That means 106 लगेगा. ठीक है, तो इतना परसेंट क्या हो रहा है? 6% देयर वाज इंक्रीज इन द प्राइसेस इन द रिटेल मार्केट इन द मंथ ऑफ जून. ये कौन सा डेटा है स्टूडेंट? दिस इज एग्जांपल ऑफ इकोनॉमिक डेटा. तो ये हर महीने डिस्क्लोज होता है. तो इस मंथ का मैंने आपको बता दिया. वी हैव टू always check what is the inflation rate. ये सब हमारा मटेरियल, these are all related to our field, our commerce से related, these are all the information. तो मैं बस आपको आदत डाल रहा हूँ, start knowing all these things. Okay, तो ये हो गया इन्फ्लेशन रेट. अच्छा, लास्ट टाइम मार्च में कितना गवर्नमेंट हैज रिलीज द इन्फ्लेशन रेट इन द मंथ ऑफ मार्च. स्टूडेंट देखो यहाँ, द लास्ट रिकॉर्डेड केम इन, जो लास्ट डेटा जो गवर्नमेंट ने डिस्क्लोज किया था, अभी तो जून का किया, तो लास्ट टाइम कब किया था? मार्च में किया था. इसका मतलब देयर वाज अ गैप ऑफ 2 months इन बिटवीन. तो गवर्नमेंट ने अनाउंस नहीं किया अप्रैल का इन्फ्लेशन रेट. ओके, रिटेल इन्फ्लेशन रेट गवर्नमेंट ने अप्रैल में अनाउंस नहीं किया, मई में नहीं अनाउंस किया, डायरेक्टली जून का उन्होंने अनाउंस किया. देयर वाज अ गैप ऑफ 2 months. The reason the government has given, government themselves were not having enough information, enough data. Government के पास enough data था ही नहीं because of the lockdown in our country. तो government के पास data ही नहीं available नहीं था उस महीने, वो 2 month. What was the rate prevailing in the market? क्योंकि market बंद थे, lockdown था, तो इसलिए government was not in a position to announce any inflation rate. तो 2 महीने का gap था. अब उन्होंने अनाउंस किया इन द मंथ, फॉर द मंथ ऑफ जून, एंड दे हैव अनाउंस्ड यस्टरडे, दैट इज ऑन 14. कौन सा रेट अनाउंस किया? रिटेल इन्फ्लेशन. एवरी मंथ गवर्नमेंट इज गोइंग टू अनाउंस. ओके, इन्फ्लेशन मतलब हमारी कंट्री में कितना महंगाई बढ़ गई है, ये हर मंथ गवर्नमेंट रिलीज करती है. आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड दिस न्यूज, एंड इट इज इकोनॉमिक न्यूज. ओके, आगे बढ़ते हैं. Second news which I want to share with you is about again a company, Reliance. Again I am talking about a news about Reliance Industry. तो Reliance Industry की second news है स्टूडेंट. मैं बार-बार क्यों बोल रहा हूँ Reliance Industry की है? Because Reliance Industry is very popular. It's a very big company. It is a pride of our country. Clear? और ये न्यूज हमेशा दिस कंपनी इन न्यूज, तो 2-3 दिन में ये न्यूज हमें आती ही है. वी हैव टू डिस्क्लोज, वी हैव टू डिस्कस दिस थिंग्स रिलेटेड टू दिस कंपनी. सो व्हाट इज द करंट न्यूज रिलेटेड टू दिस कंपनी? रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री फर्स्ट ऑनलाइन एजीएम. अब तो सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग है, तो दैट्स व्हाई दे आर नॉट एबल टू टेक मीटिंग, फिजिकल मीटिंग तो पॉसिबल नहीं है, बट दे आर गोइंग टू कंडक्ट देयर फर्स्ट ऑनलाइन एजीएम. नो, मुझे why I am sharing this news with you, because I want to explain what is AGM. What is AGM? They are conducting their first AGM in the history, in the life history of the company. First time they are going to conduct online AGM. But the question is, what is the meaning of AGM? Student, AGM stands for Annual General Meeting. Annual means, अगर मैं इसके हिंदी में बोलूं तो सालाना, और मराठी में बोलूं तो वार्षिक. एनुअल, जनरल का मतलब होता है all are welcome, all means not outsiders, all means all shareholders are welcome, अदरवाइज मीटिंग जनरली होती है डायरेक्टर्स लोगों की. कंपनीज में मीटिंग्स डायरेक्टर्स लोगों की होती है, बट ये जो जनरल मीटिंग होती है ना, इन दिस मीटिंग दे अलाउ ऑल शेयर होल्डर, दैट्स व्हाई दे यूज जनरल. तो एनुअल दैट इज वार्षिक, जनरल सभी के लिए, एंड वार्षिक मीन्स सालाना, दैट इज वंस इन अ ईयर, एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग. तो वंस इन अ ईयर by the rules of the Company Act, by the Companies Act rule, each company, at least one meeting that is called as annual general meeting, they have to call this meeting and they have to arrange this meeting and they have to call all the shareholders who have purchased shares of their company. उन लोगों को उस कंपनी की मीटिंग में बुलाना पड़ता है. क्लियर हो गया आपको? तो एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग हर कंपनी को साल में कितने बार बुलाना पड़ता है? हाउ मेनी टाइम्स दे हैव टू कॉल? ओनली वंस इन अ ईयर. कब? साल खत्म होने के बाद. फाइनेंशियल ईयर स्टार्ट कब होता है? व्हेन डज द फाइनेंशियल ईयर स्टार्ट? 1st अप्रैल. एंड्स कब होता है? एंड कब होता है? 31st मार्च. अब देखो ना, 31st मार्च 2020 को फाइनेंशियल ईयर रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री का भी खत्म हो गया होगा. आफ्टर 2.5 months, April, May, June, and July. After 3.5 months, they are organizing this meeting because as per the rule, company को meeting लेनी पड़ती है. Why they call this meeting? Why they call this AGM meeting? First of all, it is the rule of the company. By the government, this is the rule that each company has to call the meeting of the shareholder. But why they need to call the meeting? To inform the shareholders. Shareholders are the actual owners of the company. To call them and to inform them about the happenings in the company. क्या 12 महीने में, last 12 months में, what are the things they have achieved, company has achieved, report बताने के लिए, report समझाने के लिए, as well as to take the questions of the shareholder, they have to call them in the AGM. Got it, student? ठीक है. लेकिन अभी सवाल ये कि ये कंपनी की और कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन, this is the first time they are doing online. इंपॉर्टेंट बात क्या है? बिकॉज ऑफ सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग नाउ दे कैन नॉट कॉल. अच्छा, तो पता है आपको रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री में हाउ मेनी शेयर होल्डर्स आर देयर? देयर आर मोर देन 26 लाख शेयर होल्डर्स. अब 26 लाख से ज्यादा शेयर होल्डर्स है. अब इतने लोगों को बुलाते थे हर साल. यस, दे यूज्ड टू कॉल देम फॉर द मीटिंग. हाँ, लेकिन सब लोग अटेंड नहीं करते थे. सब लोग फिजिकली अटेंड करना, इट वाज नॉट पॉसिबल. द हेड ऑफिस, द रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस ऑफ रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री इज इन मुंबई. So they are going to conduct this meeting in the Mumbai, but the shareholders are spread all over the world. India में तो spread है ही Reliance Industry के shareholder. 26 लाख से ज्यादा shareholders है. तो पूरे इंडिया में है और बाहर भी है. They cannot come for just for attending the meeting. लेकिन attend करो ना करो, it is the duty of the company to invite them. ठीक है ना? तो प्रीवियसली इतने सब लोग तो अटेंड नहीं कर पाते थे फिजिकली, आ तो नहीं सकते थे मीटिंग में. हाँ, बट नाउ इट इज पॉसिबल फॉर देम सिंस इट इज ऑनलाइन. क्लियर? ओके. और फ्यूचर प्लान्स क्या है कंपनी के, ये सब बताने के लिए मीटिंग बुलाई जाती है. आई होप थोड़ा बहुत आपको समझ में आ गया. हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एजीएम? ठीक है. इंटरेस्टिंग बात, एक क्वेश्चन मैं करना चाहता हूँ. स्टूडेंट्स, कैन एनीवन आंसर मी हाउ मेनी टाइम्स इन अ ईयर दिस एजीएम इज कॉल्ड? AGM साल में कितने बार बुलाया जाता है? How many times in a year AGM is called by the company? Can anyone want to answer? Very good, very good. 2 students have raised the hand. Okay, let me ask Aishwarya. Sanjana, very good. लेकिन मैं पहले ऐश्वर्या को पूछ लेता हूँ, then I will ask you. I am unmuting Aishwarya. Okay, Aishwarya, how many times call this AGM?
Sir, once in a year.
Very good, once in a year. And whom they call? Company calls whom, student? किसको बुलाते हैं स्टूडेंट इस AGM में?
So the shareholders.
Shareholders, very good. To the shareholder, very good. Now you can mute your mic. Student. Okay, very good. Let me complete this news and then we will start with your bookkeeping and economics. हाँ, तो अभी मैंने जानबूझ के I have asked 2 students have raised their hand. संजना ने भी रेज किया था, ऐश्वर्या ने भी लिया था. वेरी गुड. स्टूडेंट, मैंने I ask you intentionally, जानबूझ के पूछा मैंने कि how many times they conduct this AGM. Reason is that ये कौन सी AGM है? Actually this is 43rd AGM. The Reliance Industry की कौन से नंबर की AGM है? This is 43rd AGM. तो इससे मुझे रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री की लाइफ पता चलता है कि रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री इज ऑपरेटिंग फ्रॉम 43 इयर्स. ये मुझे समझ में आता है. सो दिस इज विच नंबर ऑफ मीटिंग? एजीएम मीटिंग 43rd एजीएम मीटिंग. इसका मतलब रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री की लाइफ कितने साल हुए? फ्रॉम व्हेन इट इज वर्किंग, व्हेन इट इज ऑपरेटिंग, फ्रॉम लास्ट 43 ईयर. क्योंकि हर साल उन्होंने मीटिंग लिया होगा. तो दिस इज 43rd मीटिंग. दैट मींस द लाइफ ऑफ द रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री कंपनी टिल नाउ इज व्हाट? 43 years from Reliance Industries in operation. Got the point? ये मुझे बताना था. Okay, last news and then we will start with your actual syllabus. And the last news is this. Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani is the CMD. that is chairman and managing director of the Reliance Industry. This is the Mukesh Ambani. ये इस कंपनी के Reliance Industry के chairman and managing director है. He became the 8th richest. It is a proud moment for our country, for all of us, कि he became the 8th richest in the world. क्योंकि रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री के शेयर की जो प्राइस है मार्केट में बहुत बढ़ गई, जिसकी वजह से इनका कैपिटल भी क्या हो गया, बढ़ गया. द टोटल कैपिटल ऑफ द रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री एट as on current date is rupees 12 lakh crore. तो 12 लाख करोड़ इस पूरे शेयर्स की वैल्यू होगी, पूरे कंपनी के शेयर मार्केट में इसकी वैल्यू होगी. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस पर्सन हैज बिकम द 8th richest person in the world. एक लास्ट बात बताता हूं एंड देन वी विल प्रोसीड. अगर आप देखोगे 43rd annual general body meeting है. So from here I come to know कि this is the 43rd annual general meeting. इसका मतलब रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री को कितने साल हो गए, 43 years हो गए. This is the important part. Secondly, in first 40 years, अभी कितना कैपिटल अमाउंट, कैपिटल मार्केट कैपिटल के अमाउंट कितना रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री की टोटल शेयर वैल्यू 12 लाख है. To reach 6 lakh, it took 40 years for Reliance Industry to reach 6 lakh crore in market capitalization. तो पहले 6 लाख करोड़ तक पहुंचने के लिए मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन के लिए रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री took 40 years. तो पहले 40 साल लगे to reach first figure, that is half the amount, that is 6 lakh crore तक पहुंचने के लिए 40 years लगे. And in just less than 3 years, they have added more 6 lakh crore. ओके, समझ में आ गया स्टूडेंट. तो आज 12 लाख करोड़ की वैल्यू है, मार्केट वैल्यू है रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री के शेयर्स की टोटल. तो लेकिन फर्स्ट 40 इयर्स लगे to reach 6 lakh crore, and now in just 3 years, within 3 years they have reached more 6 lakh crore, that is total now is 12 lakh crore. Okay, so this was few information which we wanted to begin with our lecture. Commerce is 50% knowledge and 50% academic book. तो हमने 50% नॉलेज आज का तो कवर कर लिया. नाउ लेट्स कवर द रिमेनिंग पार्ट, दैट इज रिमेनिंग 50% ऑफ योर बुक नॉलेज. ओके, लेट्स बिगिन योर बुक कीपिंग. नाउ हम बुक कीपिंग स्टार्ट करते हैं. ओके, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टेल मी ऑल ऑफ यू, हैव यू अंडरस्टूड टुडेस न्यूज़? 50% तो समझ गया स्टूडेंट न्यूज़ आज की. Thank you. I appreciate student. Very good. Sanjana, Sparsh, have you understood? Good. Purvi, बहुत अच्छी बात. That's really nice. तो ठीक है. Now you have understood the 50%. आज का 50% तो काम हो गया. Knowledge we got, something new knowledge we got. Now let's concentrate on your academic now. Academic part. That is the remaining 50%. चलो. Let's start with the bookkeeping. This is your bookkeeping book, students. हाँ. Till now, till yesterday's lecture, today is I think 7th lecture, I guess. Today is the 7th lecture of our Dream Tuition 11th Commerce batch. This is our 7th lecture. अभी तक बुक कीपिंग का आपने कुछ लिखा नहीं होगा. You must have not written anything in your account register. लिखने की जरूरत नहीं थी. But today I am going to give you some work which you have to write in your account register book. आज हम उतना पार्ट कवर करेंगे so that you will be able to write something in your book. First chapter is about theory. Remember, I am going to solve on the board from second chapter. Second chapter से I have to solve on the board. Okay, first chapter theory है, that's why I am using this camera. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. एक बार रिवाइज करते हैं what we have done yesterday. Yesterday I have discussed what we are going to cover in the first chapter. What are the theories which we are going to cover? Yesterday that I have discussed in the bookkeeping lecture, and then we have started the first paragraph. We have completed the first paragraph. What things we discussed in the first paragraph? Actually, we discussed about introduction. We have discussed the first point, introduction to bookkeeping. Bookkeeping के बारे में हमने yesterday सिर्फ इतना ही पैराग्राफ देखा था, कि इंट्रोडक्शन देखा था. And what we have discussed in this paragraph, what is the meaning of bookkeeping, why we do bookkeeping, and who are the parties interested, why we do bookkeeping, and what is the benefit of bookkeeping, and who are the parties who are interested in our accounts, in our books of records. Who are the other parties other than the owner? Who are the other parties who are interested in our accounts record, in our business record? That we have discussed in the first paragraph. If किसी ने attend नहीं किया student, तो please ask me. I will send you yesterday's lecture. Do watch that lecture. लेकिन फिलहाल मुझे आगे बढ़ना चाहिए. Okay. Now the second part is evolution of accounting. The second part which we have to discuss is evolution of accounting. Student, first we have completed introduction, but that you don't have to write in your accounts register. That is not part of your exam. वो exam में नहीं आता है, and that is not asked as a question. तो वो मत लिखो. That was just a knowledge. That was just to begin with. तो वो भी नहीं लिखना है. Evolution of accounting is also not going to come in your exam. इसके बाद जो होगा वो that will be part of your exam. But still we have to go through this. We have to understand this. So you don't have to write in your book evolution of accounting. Just you have to understand how the accounting was evolved. What is evolution? Evolution का मतलब होता है how the accounting was developed. Whatever the accounting we see now in the current world, जो अकाउंटिंग सिस्टम आज हम देख रहे हैं, the way the accounting system is carried out in our country as well as in the world, how it got evolved, कैसे शुरुआत हुई, from where it begins, starting में क्या होता था, and how it progressed and reached till this age of accounting. That is evolution of accounting. थोड़ा बात कर लेते हैं and then important चीजें हम start करते हैं. After this paragraph, everything is important. Evolution of accounting means exam point of view, from exam point of view. तो फर्स्ट लेट्स कवर दिस इवोल्यूशन ऑफ अकाउंटिंग. देखिए स्टूडेंट, अकाउंटिंग नो जब से पैसे है, जब से बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन है, from ancient time, there was a transaction and everyone has to keep the record. तो transaction तो पहले से ही लिखे जा रहे हैं, right from ancient time. तो from king and that time, तो वहां से उस समय से ही transaction तो लिखना ही है, because everything we cannot remember, whole year we cannot remember. तो वो सबको लिखना जरूरी तो था. So it is not a new practice. It is a very traditional old practice. Everyone from ancient time used to write whatever they are doing the transaction. Okay. लेकिन पहले जो लिखते थे, the person who were writing those transaction were not the original business people, but they used to appoint people. जैसे if you have watched some old movies, अगर आपने ओल्ड मूवीज देखे होंगे तो मुनीम जी ऐसे कुछ बोलते थे उनको, क्लियर हो गया आपको? दे स्पेक्स पहनते थे एंड लिखते थे. तो एजेंट्स होते थे. दैट मींस वेल्दी पीपल, रिच पीपल used to keep rich people, wealthy people used to keep Munim ji or agents. They used to keep with them, and they used to maintain for that wealthy people. On behalf of them, they used to maintain all books, खाता जिसको बोलते थे हिंदी में खाता यूज. पुराने मूवीज में भी देखा होगा आपने, रेड कलर के बड़े बड़े बुक्स खाता कहते थे उसको. They used to maintain those books on behalf of the wealthy people. तो यहाँ से शुरू हुआ. It started from here, क्योंकि अकेले बिजनेस करते थे. फिर बाद में the form of business gets, मैं पहले explain करता हूँ in my words and then we will see the textbook word. Let me explain in my words, short में समझा देता हूँ and then we will read the textbook words. हाँ, तो स्टार्टिंग यहाँ से होगी and then what, जैसे जैसे बिजनेस बढ़ता गया, फॉर्म ऑफ बिजनेस कीप्स ऑन चेंजिंग, तो अकाउंटिंग का रोल भी क्या होता गया, इंपॉर्टेंट होता गया. फिर बाद में इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन आया, वर्ल्ड में इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन आया. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन? कंपनीज बनने स्टार्ट हो गए, मशीन्स का यूज होने लगा, मशीन्स बनने लगे. अर्लियर देयर वाज नो मशीन, सब लोग घर पे ही सब बनाते थे. कॉटेज इंडस्ट्री घर पे ही होते थे सब लोग. पीपल यूज्ड टू वर्क in small scale in rural areas, ठीक है ना, घर पे ही सब काम करते थे. The size of the business got big once the industrial revolution took place. Industry का revolution कब हुआ? जब machines का invention हुआ. And when the machine was invented, तो मशीन की वजह से क्वांटिटी ज्यादा बढ़ने लग गई, फिनिशिंग प्रोडक्ट की अच्छी आने लगी. The product quality also got increased and the quantity was possible to produce. बहुत ज्यादा क्वांटिटी बनाना पॉसिबल हुआ. अब इंडस्ट्री में ज्यादा बनाना पॉसिबल हुआ तो फिर बड़ा बिजनेस भी क्या होने लगा. इट स्टार्टेड लार्ज स्केल. बिजनेस स्टार्टेड डेवलपिंग इन अ बिग स्केल. तो जो ऑपरेशन था, the way business was carried out, it becomes a large scale business. अब जब large scale business होने लगा तो large scale फिर अमाउंट भी ज्यादा होने लगे, ट्रांजैक्शन भी ज्यादा होने लगे, तो अकाउंटिंग को वापस और डेवलप करना पड़ा. और फिर और कंपनी फॉर्म बन गई. जैसे रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज बेस्ट एग्जांपल, दैट इज अ जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी. फिर कंपनी फॉर्म बन गया. फिर लोगों से, पब्लिक से शेयर्स के रूप में दे स्टार्टेड कलेक्टिंग मनी. अब मैंने जैसा आई हैव टोल्ड यू इन द रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री हाउ मेनी शेयर होल्डर्स आर देयर, 26 लाख शेयर होल्डर्स आर देयर. सोचो 26 लाख तो देने वाले पैसे, क्लियर, कितना वो लोग कितना कंट्रीब्यूट किए ईच इंडिविजुअल ने, शेयर होल्डर ने, तो इतना ज्यादा पैसे आने लगा, तो फिर प्रोफेशनल तरीके से मेंटेन होना जरूरी लगा, बड़े स्केल पे अकाउंटिंग करना जरूरी हुआ, और सिर्फ अकाउंटिंग करना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं रहा, नाउ द अकाउंटिंग सब्जेक्ट भी बढ़ गया, अकाउंटिंग के ब्रांचेस हो गए, द अकाउंट सब्जेक्ट्स गॉट इंक्रीज, इट गॉट डाइवर्सिफाइड। तो yesterday also I told you अकाउंट्स में सब्जेक्ट्स में फिर डिफरेंट अकाउंट चालू हो गए, कॉस्ट अकाउंट हो गया, मैनेजमेंट अकाउंट हो गया, फाइनेंशियल अकाउंट हो गया। तो द रोल ऑफ अकाउंटिंग, क्योंकि पहले क्या होता था, अकाउंटिंग किस लिए की जाती थी, ओनली फॉर ओन पर्पस। Initially accounting was done only for own purpose, to know what is the status of a business, अपने लिए खुद के लिए करते थे, to know what is the profit we are earning, how much assets we are having, how much liability we have to pay, इतना ही जानना चाहते थे। लेकिन बाद में जैसे जैसे इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन हो गया, the size of business got increased, फिर डिसीजन लेने लग गए अकाउंट्स, फिर हमें और ज्यादा बेनिफिशियल हो गया। नाउ वी आर एबल टू डिसाइड बाय कंपेयरिंग आवर ओन रिपोर्ट, व्हाट वाज लास्ट ईयर, हाउ मच वी आर अर्निंग, हाउ मच दिस ईयर वी आर अर्निंग, तो ये कंपैरिजन करने लगा। तो मैनेजमेंट आल्सो स्टार्टेड यूजिंग द अकाउंट्स, management also started using the accounts to take management decision। example, suppose कि खर्चा कंट्रोल करना है, कॉस्ट कंट्रोल करना है, तो they have to know where the expenses they have done in the year, साल भर में कहाँ कितना खर्चा हुआ है, how much they have spent on the light electricity bill, how much they have spent on the salaries of the people, how much they have spent on the material। when they will come to know that, then only they can control ना। तो ये मैनेजमेंट also started using the accounts to take their decision। तो एक नया अकाउंटिंग ब्रांच चालू हो गई, मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग, ठीक है ना। तो अकाउंट्स फिर आगे बढ़ता गया, क्लियर हो गया आपको। तो दिस इज द इवोल्यूशन ऑफ अकाउंटिंग। और अब जो अकाउंटिंग हुआ है, ये सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का अकाउंटिंग हो गया, बिकॉज मेनी पीपल आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन योर अकाउंट्स, मेनी पीपल डिपेंड ऑन योर अकाउंट्स। तो अभी इस तरह से अकाउंट्स फ्रॉम मुनीमची, फ्रॉम अ सिंगल पर्सन, इस तरह से अभी कंपनी फॉर्म एंड अकाउंट फिर अलग अलग ब्रांचेस हो गए, कॉस्ट अकाउंट, मैनेजमेंट अकाउंट, हर जगह इस्तेमाल होने लगा। क्लियर। अच्छा, लेट मी एक्सप्लेन यू द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कॉस्ट अकाउंट एंड, अच्छा तीन चीजें मैं समझाता हूँ स्टूडेंट, आउट ऑफ द सिलेबस मैं थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा बोलता हूँ ताकि इसका हमें कुछ एक्स्ट्रा बेनिफिट मिले। अकाउंट्स के ब्रांचेस हो गए, पता है आपको व्हाट इज द करंट स्टेटस ऑफ अकाउंट। स्टार्ट होता है बुक कीपिंग से, इट स्टार्ट फ्रॉम बुक कीपिंग, देन देन अकाउंट्स, बुक कीपिंग, अकाउंट, accountancy, financial management, cost accountant, management accountant. These are the different branches of account subject. Achha, let me explain a difference between these three: financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting. देखो ना, the current evolve, the form of accounting is जो account evolve हुआ. Now the current way system of accounting is there are three four branches of account. तो फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग में क्या होता है स्टूडेंट, फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग में क्या होता है, फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट में क्या होता है, मैनेजमेंट हैज टू टेक डिसीजन फ्रॉम वेयर टू ब्रिंग द कैपिटल फॉर द बिजनेस, कहां से पैसे उठाना, फ्रॉम वेयर टू टेक द मनी फॉर व्हाटएवर इज रिक्वायर्ड इन द बिजनेस, व्हिच विल बी बेटर, that type of decision is taken in the financial management। cost accounting में the purpose of cost accounting is जो factories होते हैं, जो manufacturing industries होते हैं, वहां cost accounting का इस्तेमाल होता है। there they have to take decision how to control the cost, कहां wastage हो रहा है, how to control the reduce the price। देखो अगर प्रोडक्ट की प्राइस कम होगी, then only you can survive in the competitive market। so cost accounting का रोल क्या है, first to record the cost happening in factory, in manufacturing area, and then to control that cost later on। फिर cost कैसे control करें, from which area you can control the cost to find those things and reduce the cost of the product whatever they are dealing in। मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग का मतलब क्या है, हाउ मच लास्ट टाइम वी वर अर्निंग, हाउ मच दिस ईयर वी आर अर्निंग। तो डिसीजन लेना है, किस तरह का बिजनेस करना है, तो किस तरह मैनेज करना है, तो फॉर दैट वी नीड द करंट इंफॉर्मेशन, अभी क्या हो वो जानना जरूरी है, एंड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट रिकॉर्ड मैनेजमेंट कैन टेक फ्यूचर डिसीजंस। तो इस तरह से अकाउंट इवॉल्व हुआ फ्रॉम सिंपल just for owner, now it has become for everyone। share now देखो ना AGM, now Reliance Industries tomorrow when they are going to conduct tomorrow 15th, तो कल भी हम देखेंगे tomorrow and day after tomorrow what is the outcome of that AGM, what are the things they have discussed, we will see on 16th 15th को, that is tomorrow they are having AGM Reliance Industries, and they are going to explain to the shareholder what is the profit, what is the future plan, management is going to entertain and give every information in the AGM to the shareholders। तो उनको भी तो अकाउंट बताना पड़ेगा, एक्सप्लेन करना पड़ेगा, प्रॉफिट कितना हुआ, खर्चा कितना हुआ, ये सब एजे में एक्सप्लेन करने वाले। दैट्स ऑल। सो दिस वाज फ्रॉम माय साइड कि किस तरह से इवॉल्व हुआ, हाउ द इवोल्यूशन ऑफ अकाउंटिंग टुक प्लेस फ्रॉम सिंपल अकाउंटिंग till now, cost accounting, financial accounting, management accounting, कैसे ये इवॉल्व हुआ। now let's see in their words. In India during Chandragupta Maurya regime, तो चंद्रगुप्ता मौर्य regime तो ये बिफोर क्राइस्ट बीसी की पहले की बात है, 2 BC 4 BC तब की बात है। तो from ancient time in India during Chandragupta Maurya's regime, minister Kautilya जो है ना, he is a famous person in our Indian history. Kautilya इनका दूसरा नाम है चाणक्य। You must be knowing this person by name चाणक्य, तो उन्हीं का नाम है कौटिल्य। wrote a book named अर्थशास्त्र इस तरह की कौटिल्य, that is चाणक्य, this person has written one book at that time. That book was called as अर्थशास्त्र. Arth means what? Arth means wealth. Arth means wealth, and shastra means science of wealth. BC, 2 BC, 4 BC. At that time, Chanakya has written a book, Arthashastra. And what is the full exact meaning of Arth? Artha means wealth, and Shastra means science of wealth. So this person has written the book, where in us book mein, in that book, this person Chanakya has written something about accounting also. Accounting also he has written something. Trace we have found. Trace means few signs we have found regarding the way of maintaining accounting record in this book. Afterward, it is called as देशीनामा। फिर बाद में उसके इंडियन कल्चर में, इंडियन हिस्ट्री में, हमारे हिस्ट्री में क्या नाम दिया गया उस अकाउंटिंग पार्ट को, अर्थशास्त्र के अकाउंटिंग पार्ट को क्या नाम दिया गया लेटर ऑन? देशीनामा। तो वी स्टार्टेड द इवोल्यूशन। तो इवोल्यूशन समझने के लिए हमने कहां से स्टार्ट किया? फ्रॉम आवर ओन कंट्रीज एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री। तो हमारे यहाँ से एंशिएंट हिस्ट्री से हमने स्टार्ट कर दिया। तो हु रोट द बुक? Kautilya. And what was the name of that? Chanakya means, and what was the name of the book? Arthashastra. Artha means wealth, and Shastra means science. Okay. In that book, few things about accounting was also mentioned, and later on that part of the accounting part section of that book was later named as Deshi Nama. Okay. I hope हमारे यहाँ का ancient तो समझ में आ गया। Now let's move in the outside world, from outside our country. In the earlier time of civilization, accounting was done by agents. I told you, पहले agents लोग appointed थे. They used to maintain the accounting, who managed the properties of wealthy people. जो rich people थे, very few, बहुत कम लोग थे, और उनका अकेले का ही बिजनेस था, उसी तरह का बिजनेस वो करते थे, बहुत कम थे, and single they used to do business, but they used to keep people. तो agents वो रखते थे, and those agents they prepare accounts periodically मतलब डेली का, वीकली का, हफ्ते का, मंथली, क्वार्टरली मतलब 3 months, हाफ ईयरली मतलब 6 months, ईयरली मींस 12 months. That is periodically, time to time, after a gap. Periodically for the owner of the property. तो ओनर के लिए they used to periodically prepare accounts. The records of debit and credit. Yeah, what is this debit? Actually, accounting में two words are very popular, and we use that while recording the business transaction. One is debit, and the other is credit. Actually, accounting. Let me show you the image. So that you get the knowledge idea. Let me show you this image. Okay, this is the 12th sum. It's a little blur, but still you can see. Here I have written DR. If you see partners capital account, and here in the left corner, top corner, I have written DR, short form. It's a short form of debit, and here I have written credit. This is a short form of credit. So the left part of the account is called as debit, and the right part of the account is called as credit. So few transactions we have to write in the debit side, that is left side of the account, and few transactions we have to record in the credits. So they are talking about this. You will see this later on. From second chapter, we are going to come to know what is debit and credit. I have just shown you the image. Okay, now let's switch to this part here. Just a second. Okay, sir. So they prepare. The records of debit and credit were found in the 12th century. तो debit credit शुरुआत कब होगी? ये जो words, ये terms कब start हो गए? Left side, right side. Debit means to the left side. Credit means to the right side. From 12th century it got started. In the year 1494, this is the main year for accounting. This is the main year. In the year 1419, Italian merchant by name Luca Di Bargo Pacioli. The pronunciation is Pacioli. Okay, Luca Di Bargo Pacioli. He was the Italian merchant. He introduced this concept, debit and credit, double entry system. That's why this person is called as Luca Di Bargo Pacioli. This person is called as father of double entry system. He invented this double entry system, which we are doing and which we are going to learn in 11th also. And everywhere in the world, everyone follows double entry system bookkeeping. What is double entry system bookkeeping? Student, in the second chapter, everything is about double entry system. We are going to see what is the double entry system in the second chapter. Okay, so whatever double entry system we are going to follow and we are going to learn to maintain currently in the all over the world, this system is followed, which was introduced first by whom in the year 1494 by an Italian merchant by name Luca Di Bargo Pacioli, and that's why this person is called as, this is important information, this person is called as father of double entry bookkeeping system. Okay, due to the how the again it got evolved due to the industrial revolution. Industrial revolution means industry started setting up because of the invention of machines. Industries was getting started due to industrial revolution in the 18th and 19th century. So business क्या होने लगा, large scale पे होने लगा. What we are discussing how the accounting got evolved. Accounting कैसे evolve, stages क्या है, whatever accounting system we are seeing currently, how it got evolved. ठीक है, वो हम डिस्कस करें. ड्यू टू द इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन इन 18th-19th सेंचुरी, बिजनेस लार्ज स्केल पे होने लगा. लार्ज स्केल ऑपरेशन वेर कैरिड ऑन एंड जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी इमर्ज. ये न्यू बिजनेस फॉर्म स्टार्ट हुआ. पहले जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन था ही नहीं. ये न्यू टाइप का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्टार्ट हुआ इन 18th-19th सेंचुरी. रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री इज आल्सो जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनीज एग्जांपल. तो जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी इमर्ज हो गई, इस तरह का बिजनेस स्टार्ट हुआ. This form of business got started, new form of business, that is joint stock company emerged as an important form of organization which evolved उससे क्या हो गया स्टूडेंट, उस जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी में इंटरेस्टिंग बात क्या है, which involved जॉइंट स्टॉक कंपनी में खास बात क्या है, what is the खास बात, and in Reliance industry we discussed today, shareholders are 26 lakh and they are spread all over the world. तो ownership अलग हो गई. The people who are managing the company are directors and the owners are different. They are residing in different places of the world. तो चलाने वाले board of directors and managers are different people and the owners are different. Okay, तो इनके बीच में फिर they need something accounting वो देखना चाहते हैं what is happening. So that's why it become more important to maintain accounts properly. Or separation of ownership from management हुआ. ये कहाँ हुआ? Managing people are different and owners are different. ये किस तरह के business में हुआ students? It took place in joint stock company. Just like the Reliance industry. ठीक है? Hence to safeguard the interest of the owner. अब जो shareholders होते हैं, they are the main owners and they put the money in the company, but managers manage the company. So to protect the interest of the owner, that is the shareholders, तो proper accounting करना जरूरी हो गया. Hence to safeguard the interest of owner and investor, the business establishment required detailed information about business, which created the way for development. इसके वजह से और accounting को अच्छा करना जरूरी हुआ, क्योंकि owner अलग होने लग गए और management अलग होने लग गया because of the joint stock company form of organization. तो accounting को और अच्छा करना जरूरी हो गया. That's why it paved the way for development of comprehensive और अच्छी तरह से financial accounting information system बनाने की जरूरत create हो गई. In the 20th century, the need for analysis of, फिर सिर्फ अकाउंटिंग नहीं करना है, अब उस अकाउंटिंग का रिपोर्ट पर एनालिसिस करने की भी जरूरत पड़ गई. एनालिसिस ऑफ फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन फॉर व्हाट, so that managers can take managerial decision. कॉस्ट इमरजेंस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग, उससे फिर कौन सा अकाउंटिंग बन गया? मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग स्टार्ट हो गया, बिकॉज अर्लियर सिर्फ रिपोर्ट तक ही खत्म होता था. बट नाउ मैनेजर हैज टू टेक इंपॉर्टेंट डिसीजन बाय लुकिंग एट व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग इन द लास्ट ईयर. तो उस ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ दैट नाउ दे आर टेकिंग डिसीजंस. तो फिर वो नया अकाउंटिंग ब्रांच चालू हो गया, दैट इज मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग एज अ सेपरेट ब्रांच ऑफ अकाउंटिंग गॉट evolved. Okay, though accounting was individual centric initially, इंडिविजुअल सेंट्रिक था, सिर्फ पर्सनल था, वो सिर्फ खुद के बारे में था. I wanted to know about my business in the beginning. Though accounting was individual centric in the initial stage of evolution of accounting, it has gradually, slowly क्या हुआ, developed into social responsibility. Social responsibility मतलब अब सबको बताना जरूरी है. Because why बताना जरूरी है? Why this is my responsibility to show others. अरे Mukesh Ambani is the chairman of the Reliance industry, but he has to show to the others. He has to show to the 26 lakh shareholder. This is the social responsibility because he is taking money from people. So he have to show the report also. Even though Mukesh Ambani is the main person who is managing the company, but at the end of the year, in the annual general meeting, he has to call all the shareholder and inform what is happening in the company. Okay. So now it become what? Social responsibility accounting. In the 21st century, this is due to the vast growth. ये क्यों हुआ? क्योंकि बहुत business बढ़ गया. Growth in business activity as a result of development in various field. हर field develop हो गई, पैसा ज्यादा जरूरत पड़ी, पैसा बाहर से लेना चालू हुआ, पब्लिक से लेना चालू हो गया, तो business बड़ा हो गया. So now it become a social responsibility. Thus, accounting has become inevitable. Inevitable means you cannot avoid that. You cannot avoid that. You have to do accounting. You have to submit the report. You have to show your financial status. In the modern world, you just cannot avoid that. In modern world of business, if Reliance Industry, if chairman decided, no, I'm not going to show to the 26 lakh shareholder what is happening in my business. I'm not going to show the report. He cannot say like that. He cannot say like that. First of all, he has taken the money, and as per the rule of the company act, as per the rule of the government, he has to call the meeting and he has to inform. If he don't want to inform, show the accounts, then he should have not taken the money from the public. और 26 लाख 26 लाख से पैसे लेना ही नहीं चाहिए था. Clear? हाँ, अगर फ्यूचर में if you want to start a company and don't want to disclose the accounting, then he should not take money from the public as per the government rule. I hope you have understood the second paragraph. What was the heading of the second paragraph? How the accounting got evolved. Accounting, the system, what we are seeing presently. What was the origin of that? कैसे शुरुआत हुआ and how it developed till now. But this is again not part of your exam. No one is going to ask this in question paper. Main accounting start from 1.1. The main information start from 1.1, which is exam point of view. Let's start this also now. Meaning and definition. The first question which you should write today in your account register is, after writing the name of the first chapter, meaning and definition. This should be the first heading. Okay, now we will see meaning also and we will write definition also. There are Richard, total 4 people have. There are many people who have defined the meaning of bookkeeping. Richard E. Starham, J.R. Bartley Boy, North Scott, R.N. Carter. 4 people in your textbook have defined bookkeeping. What is the definition of bookkeeping? Out of these 4, 2 you have to write. At least 2 you have to write in your account register, and for meaning at least 3 lines you have to write from this paragraph. So first let's complete the meaning of bookkeeping and definition of bookkeeping in simple words. Let's complete this. Meaning and definition of bookkeeping. This is the first thing you should start writing in your accounts register. For meaning 3 lines and at least 2 definition, whichever you like. 2 definition from 2 different people. In definition, you cannot change the word. Meaning, you can write in your own words also. Once you understood, you can write in your own words, meaning. But definition, its meaning is definition. It's defined. You cannot change any word from that. So, use 2 simple definition and write 3 lines for meaning. In simple word, the bookkeeping means, chalo, finally aate, what is the meaning of bookkeeping? Means recording of the business transactions in the books of accounts in a systematic way. So what is the meaning of bookkeeping? So meaning में क्या लिखोगे? Bookkeeping means, recording means writing down a recording of whatever business transaction is happening in the books, not one book. There are more than one book. So books, in the books of accounts के लिए जो बना के रखा हुआ है, in, लेकिन you cannot write in any way. कैसा भी नहीं लिख सकते. In a systematic way. There is a systematic way. There is a prescribed systematic way which we have to follow. Okay, so this is the first meaning you have to write. In meaning, what you are going to write? In simple word, the bookkeeping means recording of business transaction in the books of account in a systematic way. Okay, all the monetary transaction, student, in my business, I call to my customer. मैं phone पे बात करता हूँ. Even that is a transaction, but that is not a recording part. Those things you should not write. I am conducting a meeting. That is not a that is also a transaction, but you should not write those things in the books. Only monetary transaction. I am meeting one person. I'm meeting one client in the today for my business. Even though that is a transaction, but those transactions we should not write in books of account. Only monetary transaction, when there is exchange of money or money's worth in the transaction, only those transactions we have to write in the books of account. So the second line they are telling about that only. All the monetary transaction जहां पैसों का या पैसों के वर्थ का कुछ चीजों का लेन देन हो रहा है, when there is a transaction for money or money's worth, all the monetary transaction जहां पैसा इन्वॉल्व है are recorded. उसी को लिखा जाता है डेट वाइज, प्रॉपर डेट वाइज, जब जो हो रहा है उसी ऑर्डर में, क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर में, डेट वाइज, फॉर एक्यूरेट बिजनेस रिजल्ट. कहीं भी कुछ भी मत लिखो, कोई भी डेट का आगे पीछे मत लिखो. रिजल्ट एक्यूरेट चाहिए तो रिकॉर्ड भी एक्यूरेट करना जरूरी है. फ्रॉम सच रिकॉर्ड एट द एंड ऑफ द accounting year, so that we can prepare a accurate record, accurate result, business result from such record at the end of the accounting year. When does the accounting year start? Achha, when does the calendar year start? January. And when does the calendar year end? December. But financial year or accounting year starts from 1st April and ends on 31st March. So this is the line. This is the paragraph you have to first write under the heading meaning. Okay, I hope you have understood. There is one more sentence, an interest, good sentence. Even you can write this also. Bookkeeping is an art or science. Bookkeeping art bhi hai. This is not art subject. They are not talking about art subject. They are not talking about physics, chemistry, science. They are telling bookkeeping is an art also as well as science also. Of why they are calling art? Because it is a skill. It is a skill. You have to understand that it's a skill to write in a proper way. That's why they are calling it as an art. You have to understand things, and that required a art. That is a art. You should understand things and write accordingly in that way. So that is the art also of recording, and science also. Science also because there are laws, there are principles, there are rules which you have to follow. That's why it is called as science. So bookkeeping is an art or science of what? Of systematic recording. सही तरह से लिखने के लिए. Classifying means this is asset. Business में there are many transactions, but there are category. ये assets से related है. These are expenses, or these are income, or these are liability. You have to classify those things, and then you have to record. So recording भी proper होना चाहिए, classify भी करते आना चाहिए, फर्क करते आना चाहिए. Expense है, income है, asset है, transaction हो रहा है. But what type of transaction is happening? So classification भी करते आना चाहिए, and summarize means at the end report भी बनाते आना चाहिए. Summarize means short में summary create करते आना चाहिए. That is report भी बनाते आना चाहिए. The financial transaction of business for a particular period. A particular period मतलब वो हो सकता है normally quarterly बनाते हैं. Quarterly means हर दिन report नहीं बनाते. Every day we don't prepare report. Every day we do bookkeeping. Every day we record business transaction, but every day we don't prepare report. Report is usually prepared at the end of the month, or at the end of the 3 months, or at the end of the 6 months. अगर during the year नहीं भी बना दिया है, तो at least once in a year you have to prepare a report, that is annually. Okay, for a particular period, generally उन्होंने बता दिया है generally 1 year. I hope you understood the meaning. अब इसमें से आप better है कि do what? You write the entire paragraph. It's better. So under the heading meaning, you are going to write the entire paragraph. This is the first thing you are going to write in your first chapter in bookkeeping. Now let's see the definition. Let's complete the definition also. There are four persons who have mentioned the definition, and that is included in our 11th textbook. Out of these 2 you can write. चारों मत लिखो, minimum 2 लिख दो, maximum भी 2 ही लिखो, that is okay. Let's see each definition. As per the Richard, the art of analyzing, analyzing is to understand, numerically understand, and then recording. Analyzing, पहले तो analyze करना पड़ेगा. Example, one transaction took place. One transaction took place in my business. First, I have to analyze that transaction. ये किसके बीच में हो रहा है? Between which parties it is happening? Is it expenses for me, for my business? Is it income for my business? So whenever there is a transaction, first, before writing in the books, before recording in the books, first you have to understand that. You have to analyze that transaction, what is happening, and then properly you have to record. So the art of analyzing and recording business transaction, ठीक है, comma reporting and then preparing a report, a result of business operation through periodic statement, time to time after certain gap, periodic statement, and then interpreting means translating that report. You have to translate that. Translate means you have to bring some important information out of that report, such result for the purpose of, so that we can by interpreting that report. This example, what I am going to interpret with my year's report, मेरे business के report से what I am going to interpret by looking at that report. What amount I have spent on light bill, how much expenditure I have done on salaries, on people's salary, how much raw material I have purchased. Was it necessary to purchase so much raw material? The amount of salary I am paying, is it fair, or I am paying little more than as per the industry? Unnecessary, I am paying little more. ये सब interpret करना पड़ेगा. When you can interpret, when you can analyze, first you should be having that on paper ना, कि साल भर में हुआ क्या है. Then only you can then interpret, उसमें से निकाल सकते काम की information, and then you can do effective control for future, and in the future then you can make an effective control of your business. So this is the definition of account according to Richard. If you like this, you can write this. Okay, only 2 you have to write. Still there are 3. Let's discuss the remaining 3 also. According to J.R. Batley Boy, bookkeeping is an art of recording business dealing in a setup. I like this. Reason is that it's simple and it's cover what is required at bookkeeping. We are not discussing accountancy. We are not discussing financial management. The Richard definition include everything actually. Effective control of future operation means it is he's covering even financial management, management accounting, everything he's covering. At present, we are just interested in knowing the definition of bookkeeping, and this is the right definition of bookkeeping. Actually, the scope of this definition is a little more. He's covering financial management also, management accounting also, everything is covering. But the definition was expected of bookkeeping. So I like this one. Bookkeeping is an art of, it's an art. Art means you have to understand those things, what is happening, analyze things, and then you have to record in a proper way. So it is an art of recording business dealings, whatever business dealings are there. So recording that in a right way, that is art. In a set of books means there are more than one book. So simple definition and perfect definition about bookkeeping. Do write this one. Okay. Now one more we need. Still two persons have written, or in the textbook they have covered 2 persons definition. Court. According to Court, bookkeeping is an art of recording. Even he has written art of recording in the books of account the monetary aspect of commercial or financial transaction. This is also nice because he has used this word monetary, not all business dealing, only monetary, which has to do with money. So this is also better. Bookkeeping is an art of recording in the books of account. The same thing he has mentioned as Bartley Boy, but he has added important word, the monetary aspect. जो पैसों का जिसका angle है, aspect means the part of the money part of it, of commercial transaction or financial transaction. Commercial and financial means what? Commercial means either we are doing buying and selling, trading, or financial means if you're either we are borrowing money or paying debts. तो financial transaction हो या trade से related transaction हो, लेकिन monetary expect correct. I like this one better. It covers everything. This is more better. Okay, you can use court also, but don't use the first definition. Either use second or third. 2 definition you have to write in your accounts register. Okay, once in a week, student, I'm going to check your book also. तो हम live check करेंगे by putting camera on. I'm going to check your book, or you can send me WhatsApp also of your whatever you are doing daily work. After at least once in a week, at the end of the week, you should send whatever you written the whole week so that I can check. And कुछ अगर mistake होगी तो I will bring to your notice. And the last definition. R.N. Carter, bookkeeping is the science and art of correctly recording. Bookkeeping is the science also. Why they're using science? Science because there are rules we have to follow. There are principles, there are laws we have to follow. We cannot write in any way. There is a definite way. That's why they are mentioning science. Bookkeeping is the science and art of correctly recording in the books of account. यहाँ तक तो बहुत अच्छा है. In the books of account, all those business transaction. This is again a very good definition. Results हर वो transaction जिसका असर that results in या तो पैसे का ट्रांसफर हुआ है या पैसों के वर्थ का कोई चीज ट्रांसफर हो गई है. ठीक है, तो मनी और मनीज वर्थ. एग्जांपल, Let me give you an example. I am selling goods of rupees 10,000. So it involves money. It involves actual money because I am selling goods and I'm receiving 10,000 rupees. Okay. One of my partner is taking goods of rupees 20,000. One of my business partner is taking goods of rupees 20,000. ठीक है? तो अब वो goods लेके जा रहे हैं. पैसे भी नहीं दे रहा है because that is he is one of the partner. ठीक है? He is one of the business owner and he's not taking cash. He's taking, not giving me cash, not giving the business cash, but still he's taking goods of rupees 20,000. So it's money's worth. पैसा नहीं लेकिन पैसे के मोल लेके कोई चीज लेके जा रहा है. ओके, समझ गया? ओके, one more example. There was one computer in our business. So we have gifted that computer to accountant. तो हमने accountant को क्या किया? Gift कर दिया 20,000. तो ना पैसे हमने लिए, ना पैसे हमने money, ना we have not exchanged the money, but still we are giving a value of worth money. हमने कुछ उसको कुछ चीज दी. We have given us something of money's worth. A computer costing rupees 10,000, 15,000. हमने इसको दे दिया. There is no exchange of money, but there is exchange of good which has a money's worth. जो मनी के इसमें कुछ कीमत रखता है वो. क्लियर हो गया? तो ये भी हमें लिखना होता है. तो this one is better definition. I like the last three definition. इसमें से any two you learn or and write. Reason why I'm telling learn, because you cannot change the word. Meaning and remaining thing you can put your own word, but definition में you cannot change the word, so you have to write exactly each and every word. So I hope यहाँ तक you have understood. Let's complete this also. Till here we are going to complete, and today you are going to write what in your account register, meaning, two definition and features of bookkeeping. Now let's see what are the features of bookkeeping. First, it is the method of recording day-to-day business transaction. This is the first feature. What we do in bookkeeping, we record day-to-day business transaction. Second feature, only financial transactions are recorded. Very easy. Third, all records are prepared for specific period. जो भी records लिखते हैं वो एक specific period के लिए report बनाने के लिए लिखते हैं हम लोग. So all records are prepared for a specific period. एक महीने का report, 3 months का report, quarterly reports, half yearly report, for a specific period which are useful for, and you क्यों रखते हैं ताकि future में we can reference. Report क्यों बनाते हैं? Why we prepare report? Why we summarize the business transaction after a specific period? हम वो क्यों समराइज करके रिपोर्ट बनाते हैं? सो दैट इन फ्यूचर में वी कैन डू रेफरेंस. तब क्या किया था? व्हाट हैपेंड एट दैट टाइम? व्हाट हैपेंड इन द लास्ट ईयर? जैसे अभी देखो ना, इन टुडेस न्यूज़ आल्सो हमने इन्फ्लेशन रेट देखा. इट इंक्रीज बाय 6%. इन मार्च इट वाज 4%, तो 2% से और बढ़ गया एज कंपेयर टू मार्च, है ना? तो जो मार्च का लिखा था तभी तो हमें मालूम पड़ा कि अभी क्या हुआ एज कंपेयर टू मार्च. सो फ्यूचर रेफरेंस में काम आता है. रिकॉर्ड्स ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शन आर बेस्ड ऑन, जो भी हम ट्रांजैक्शन रिकॉर्ड करते हैं, वी डू दैट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ, आर बेस्ड ऑन रूल्स एंड regulation. If we are debiting something, if you are crediting something to record in the books, there is a rule, there is a reason why we are debiting something, why we are crediting something. कहीं भी डेबिट कहीं भी क्रेडिट नहीं करते. It depends, it's based on certain rules and regulation. And finally, features of bookkeeping, it is an art of recording business transaction scientifically. Scientifically means actually there are laws in bookkeeping, rules in bookkeeping, and following those rules we have to write. That's why it is called as scientifically. And more scientifically, why they are telling, they are putting stress on scientifically. The same thing is done by everyone. Not only in India, all over the world. So scientific means what? It is applicable and it is universal. Everyone does in the same way, standard way. So that's why they are telling scientifically we have to do. Okay, the way which we are following, the way in Solapur we are going to follow, the same way even Delhi people is going to follow. In Kerala also they are going to follow. In Gujarat also they are going to follow. So it's a scientific, it's a universal. The same method everyone is going to follow, and that is the point. Last point, it is an art of recording business transaction scientifically, method by following a rule, law which is followed by everyone. Okay, so this was today's session about bookkeeping. I hope you have understood, student, what we have covered in today's bookkeeping lecture, student. After the news, what we have covered, we have seen evolution of bookkeeping, how the accounting system has evolved from its origin, पहले से अभी तक कैसे evolve हुआ है, and then we have discussed meaning of bookkeeping. Then four definition we have discussed, and finally features of bookkeeping. Now tomorrow we will continue about objective and everything. We are going to cover bookkeeping tomorrow, but first you have to write this. And now last part of the today's session is left, and that is now let's discuss about economics. Okay, have you understood, student, all of you children, have you understood about this part, bookkeeping, today's lecture? Have you understood? Please show me your thumb, virtual thumb. Okay, okay, very good, very nice, friend, very nice, excellent. And now let's do economics also in the same way. Now let's come to today's economics part also in a proper way. Okay, now let's open that book. Just a second. I am very sure, friend. Yesterday you might have found economics little tough or difficult or boring. But after a few lecture, I am very sure my student always like economic better than any subject, because this is the most important subject, and it's important that you people should like it. And I see to it. I try my level best to create interest in economics. After a few lecture, you are going to love this subject, and that is very good for us. Okay. Now let's see economics. Starting it is little boring, but then it becomes very interesting. The subject economics. What is the name of the first chapter in economics? Basic concept in economics. In this only we are going to understand few concepts related to economics. Few things which will help. Few concepts which will help us to understand economics more better. Few concepts we are going to cover in this first chapter. Yesterday, what we have done in the first lecture, introduction we have completed. How they have given the introduction. Actually, this is a textbook, and we have to follow the method, whatever they are teaching, even though sometimes it is not very user-friendly or student-friendly the way they start. But still, we have to read all those things as per the textbook. First, let me explain in my own words. मैं अपने तरफ से समझा देता हूँ, so that easy रहे. Unnecessary, we don't divert the ways. Just how they have started in yesterday. They wanted to explain about the economics, so they have written introduction. So what they have started, how they have started. First, they have told that science is very important in today's world. In today's modern world, today's modern era, the importance of science has become more. So it's very important. So what they have used the word to probe. This remarkable scientific progress enables to probe. To probe means what? To explore, or to look into the question, what is the science. So first they were explaining science. What is the science? They explain science is the systematic body of knowledge, any subject which has a collection of knowledge, a set of knowledge, a good collection of knowledge on that subject. That subject is called as science. There are two types of science. Yesterday we have discussed there are two types of science: natural science, social science. Economics, main important thing is economics comes under social science. First they had explained yesterday's in yesterday's textbook part what is natural science. Natural science means physics, chemistry, all these are natural science. The laws of natural science are fixed, are universal, are exact, and that can be proved by experiment, that can be verified by experiment. But as per the social science, since it is also science, it should also contain laws. तो हर साइंस में लॉज होते हैं, तो सोशल साइंस में भी लॉ होंगे. बट सिंस सोशल साइंस स्टडीज सोशल बिहेवियर of human behavior, we are going to study, and which is not fixed. Each individual behave little differently. So that's why the laws, देखो साइंस है तो सोशल साइंस में ऑल्सो दे हैव क्रिएटेड लॉज, दे हैव प्रिपेयर्ड द लॉज. तो यहाँ भी लॉज बनाना जरूरी था, तो सोशल साइंस में भी लॉ बना के रखा हुआ है. बट प्रॉब्लम इज बिटवीन दिस नेचुरल साइंस, सोशल साइंस, द डिफरेंस इज यहाँ भी लॉ, यहाँ भी लॉज है. बट यहाँ के जो लॉज है, यहाँ के जो कानून, यहाँ के जो रूल्स जो बना के रखा हुआ है सोशल साइंस में, दीज आर नॉट एग्जैक्ट, दे आर एब्स्ट्रैक्ट. देखो यहाँ वर्ड यूज किया है, सोशल साइंस इज कॉल्ड abstract or behavioral science. Abstract means it's just an idea, it's just a general behavior, it is not physical thing. Actually हम देख नहीं सकते कि ऐसा ही है. It keeps on changing, it is not fixed, it's just an idea. ऐसा होता है और जरूरी नहीं कि हो. generally hota hai. Clear? So social science is all about that. Clear? And economics comes under this social science. That's all. बस यहाँ तक हमने कल डिस्कस किया था. So economics is a science and it comes under which type of science? Social science. And why it comes under social science? Because in economics we study economic behavior of humans. लोगों का, सोसाइटी का we study, we observe their economic behavior when they do economic activity. जब पैसों की लोग एक्टिविटी करते हैं, when people do economic activity in the market, in the economy, when they do buying and selling and everything, all the economic activity जो human करते हैं, उस समय how they behave and in a particular way, उसकी पूरी study है economics में. And economic study does not study how they behave, but the economics also finds the solution also. जो problem होते हैं economic, when they are doing economic transaction, when they face economic problem related to money, तो economy subject जो है, it not only study that, but it also finds or gives the answers to those solutions. तो कितना इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है स्टूडेंट इकोनॉमिक्स, बिकॉज इकोनॉमिक हर कोई इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी कर रहा है एंड इकोनॉमिक्स हैज अ सॉल्यूशन फॉर दैट इफ इट इज प्रॉपर्ली यूज्ड, इफ इट इज प्रॉपर्ली स्टडीड. अगर सब्जेक्ट को हम प्रॉपर स्टडी करते हैं देन वी अंडरस्टूड एवरीथिंग. हम सब समझ पाते हैं व्हाट इज द व्हाई पीपल आर बिहेविंग, व्हाई प्रोड्यूसर इज बिहेविंग इन अ सर्टेन वे, व्हाई सप्लायर, why retailer, why consumer, how they behave, how they react on what things. ये सब समझ जाते हैं, then we can handle our own business properly and our country's economy properly, if we are allowed to. Okay. तो सब्जेक्ट का इंपॉर्टेंस आपको समझ में आ गया. Let's see now the what they have mentioned in the introduction. Yesterday we have completed. Now meaning of economics. Let's start from here. Again let's start from here. Meaning of economics. मैं वापस रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. लेट मी पुट इन अ वेरी इजी लैंग्वेज, बहुत इजी तरीके से बता दें सब्जेक्ट क्या है, बिकॉज मेनी स्टूडेंट्स कंप्लीट 12th दे डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द वर्ड इकोनॉमिक्स फर्स्ट. इकोनॉमिक्स है क्या पता नहीं होता है, तो आई डोंट वांट माय स्टूडेंट टू बी इन दैट स्टेट. तो इजी लैंग्वेज में बोल देता हूँ. इकोनॉमिक्स इज अ साइंस व्हिच स्टडीज ह्यूमन बिहेवियर रिलेटेड टू देयर इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी एंड देयर इकोनॉमिक नीड्स. जो इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी, जो पैसों की एक्टिविटी होती है, जो पैसों के लिए, जीने के लिए, लाइवलीहुड के लिए, whatever the economic activity human does and the problem those human face and the way they solve those problem, it is covered in economic subject. Okay, that type of study we do in economic subject. अब human का मतलब you can take example of particular individual. एक इंसान का example ले लो, you are studying about that particular individual, और particular house ले लो, एक particular family के ले लो आप example, a particular city, a particular company, a particular shop, a particular state, a particular country. सबका एक ही है. क्लियर? सिचुएशन सबका एक ही है, सबका हमें एक ही स्टडी करना है. जो एक घर का हाल है वो एक कंट्री का इकोनॉमिक हाल है. एवरी हाउसहोल्ड स्ट्रगल्स टू सेटिस्फाई इट्स वांट्स. एवरी हाउसहोल्ड हैज अ लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज. हर घर में लिमिटेड रिसोर्सेज होते हैं एंड द वांट्स ऑलवेज एक्सीड whatever they are having the resources. जो उनके पास मराठी में कहते हैं माध्यम, जो हिंदी में कहते हैं जो जरिया, एंड इंग्लिश में कहते हैं जो मीन्स, whatever means money they have, resources they have to satisfy their wants are always behind the wants are always ahead. They are always more than what the money they are having to spend on those wants. तो ये सिचुएशन तो हर पूरे कंट्री की ही होती है, वर्ल्ड की यही होती है. तो इसको कैसे हैंडल करना है, हाउ टू हैंडल दिस, हाउ टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई दिस इज हैपनिंग, इकोनॉमिक्स में ये सब स्टडीज. दैट्स ऑल. समझ में आ गया? इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इट्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. किसी को अगर इकोनॉमिक्स अच्छी तरह आता है, समझता है, तो वो बहुत अच्छी तरह दैट पर्सन कैन सॉल्व द इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन or improve the lifestyle, improve the welfare of the society if that person understand and is able to use economic solution properly. Okay, अब ये हो गया. I have completed in my words to make it very easy. Let's see in their words. Economics is a social science. We got this point already. The origin of the term, अभी economics word आया कैसे? English ये बहुत बाद में develop हुई स्टूडेंट. Originally people were using Greek. तो ग्रीक वर्ड में ओयोकोनोमिया ये वर्ड था, which means how to manage the household, management of the household. किस तरह से हाउस होल्ड घर चलाया जाता है, उसका मतलब था उस वर्ड का, एंड वो इंग्लिश बाद में क्या हो गया, इकोनॉमिक्स हो गया। इकोनॉमिक्स इज referred to as queen of social science. ये किसने बताया? फेमस इकोनॉमिस्ट है पॉल सैमुअलसन। एक्चुअली पॉल सैमुअलसन इज अ फेमस इकोनॉमिस्ट। ये इकोनॉमिस्ट है, फेमस है। he has won the Nobel Prize in the year 1970. Nobel Prize, you know what is Nobel Prize? We are going to come to know on that. आज ये टास्क है तुम्हारा। I'm going to give you one task today about Nobel Prize. So because Nobel Prize, अच्छा, can anyone answer a Nobel Prize on how many subjects Nobel Prize are awarded every year? Does anyone know? Nobel Prize is the most reputed prize. It's one of the most reputed awards. So on how many subjects every year it is given? On how many subjects? On how many topics? मतलब किस पे Nobel Prize दिया जाता है? It's okay. It's okay. Why am I asking this? जीके पढ़ाना चाहता हूँ? No, student. No, मैं जीके के लिए नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ। Because one of the subject is economics. Nobel Prize is awarded on science subject. So one of the subject they award for contribution, a good contribution in the world for science. And since economics is also science, so they award for economics also every year, every year. So that's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking you. I will speak more on that later on. Let's continue. So Paul Samuelson जो है, he is a winner of Nobel Prize in 1970. US के ये इकोनॉमिस्ट है। तो उन्होंने तो कह दिया, इतना शायद उनको ज्यादा पसंद है इकोनॉमिक्स, उन्होंने बोल दिया इकोनॉमिक्स इज द क्वीन ऑफ सोशल साइंस। ओके, इकोनॉमिक्स डील्स विद इकोनॉमिक्स डील्स विद इकोनॉमिक एस्पेक्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन बिहेवियर। मेंटल अप्रोच नहीं, सोशल अप्रोच नहीं, बल्कि इकोनॉमिक एस्पेक्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन बिहेवियर। पैसों के मामलात में, डीलिंग्स के मामले में, मनी रिलेटेड टू मनी, ह्यूमन बिहेवियर का जो मनी के मामले में जो बिहेवियर होता है, that we study in economics. It deals with how the human being, कैसे इंसान, how the human being satisfies unlimited want with limited means. How the people कहीं भी हो, हर एक के wants हमेशा ज्यादा रहते हैं, तो वो कैसे अपने limited means what? Resources, मनी और व्हाटएवर जिससे वो पूरा हो सकता है। तो मींस, लिमिटेड मींस से कैसे ह्यूमन अपने अनलिमिटेड वांट्स को सेटिस्फाई करता है, और इसकी स्टडी जो है वो इकोनॉमिक्स है। लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड द नेचर ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स। अब थोड़ा इकोनॉमिक्स को आगे जाते हैं। लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड द नेचर ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स with respect to some popular definition. अब कुछ popular definition, there are hundreds of definition people have given on economics. Even I have given one definition on economics, but that is not important. Important is what they have put in the textbook. तो चार लोगों के they have covered 4 economics view they have included in this chapter. We will study their views. Those economics, popular economists views, we will study how they are explaining economics, that we are going to see in this part now. So what is the first thing you have to write? Meaning of economics. In the first chapter of economics, in economics register, first you are going to write this. And what are the things you are going to write? Write this paragraph, okay, and then write this 2 lines. It deals with, that's all. These are the lines you have to write under meaning of economics. That's all. So this is the first question you have to write, meaning of economics. Now let's see different people view on economics, what their understanding of economics. They have in this textbook they have given 4 people view. One is again Kautilya. You know Kautilya, we have discussed even in accounts also. Arthashastra, Chanakya. The other name of this person, he is a very popular person in our ancient history. Chanakya, the same person. Kautilya is the other name. So Kautilya is the same person, Chanakya. तो उनका व्यू भी देख लेते हैं. Let's see what he thought about economics at that time, okay, and then we will see after that around the world. Adam Smith, he is called the father of economics, क्योंकि he was the most popular person जिन्होंने इकोनॉमिक्स के बारे में, जिनके व्यूज को एक्सेप्ट किया गया ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड. He is the oldest in economics, the first or the pioneer जिन्होंने इकोनॉमिक्स को सही तरह से वर्ल्ड में प्रेजेंट किया. And the next person is second person is, we will see Alfred Marshall. What Alfred Marshall want to say about economics, as per Professor Alfred Marshall, how he has explained the economics, what is his view on economics, and finally, in this chapter, we will see what is the view of Lionel Robbins. This is the most modern approach on economics and a popular one. We will see all these four people. The three are from outside world, and the first one, Chanakya, is in our ancient history. Let me explain in my word first. First, I will explain what Kautilya thinks about economics. Why economics is important for the welfare of the state, for the welfare of the people in the state. State means country. State means country. जहाँ का भी है वहाँ state का development and वहाँ के लोगों का development के लिए we have to understand economics and implement economics properly. Okay, so what was the view of Kautilya? कौटिल्य का व्यू क्या था स्टूडेंट? चाणक्य जो थे उनका व्यू क्या था इकोनॉमिक्स के बारे में कि वो मानते थे कि स्टेट शुड प्ले इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. स्टेट शुड प्ले एन इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. स्टेट मीन्स किंग, गवर्नमेंट, ओके, रूलर. They should play important role to improve the condition of the people and the condition of that particular place or state or country. So what is the view of Chanakya? First, the Chanakya view is, if you want to improve the condition, economic condition of the people, we should concentrate on wealth creation. कंट्री के अगर लोगों की हालात सुधारना है, इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन इफ यू वांट टू इम्प्रूव, तो एज पर चाणक्य व्हाट द चाणक्य व्यू वाज, if you want to improve the welfare, economic welfare of the people and the state, then we should concentrate on creating the wealth. वेल्थ क्रिएशन करना चाहिए कंट्री में, चीजें बनानी चाहिए, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाना चाहिए, क्लियर हो गया, हर एक के पास वेल्थ होना चाहिए. और वेल्थ क्रिएट करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट शुड प्ले इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. सो दिस वाज द व्यू ऑफ चाणक्य. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन टुडेस आंसर. हम दो लोगों की व्यू, टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू कवर टू people view of economics which they have given in the textbook. Out of 4, 2 we will cover today. So this was the view of whose? Chanakya, our ancient history famous personality. Now the second person, we will see the father of economics. Who is called the father of economics? Adam Smith. Adam Smith is the father of economics. What is his view on economics? Why we study economics? Why actually we study economics? Because we want to solve the economic problem of the society and nation. हमें लोगों की इकोनॉमिक हालात को सुधारना है, एज वेल एज द कंट्रीज इकोनॉमिक सिचुएशन को हमको इंप्रूव करना है. इफ द पीपल आर अर्निंग मोर, द कंट्री विल डेवलप. If the more the people are earning, the more the country will earn in the form of tax and every revenue and everything. Okay, so as per the Adam Smith, how we can achieve that? As per the Adam Smith, how we can achieve that in economics? So जहाँ तक चाणक्य का सवाल था तो wealth creation था. तो even Adam Smith also suggests the same thing. Adam Smith also says that wealth creation is important. If you want to develop our country, then we have to create wealth in that country. Wealth in sense infrastructure banao. जैसे कि if we want to develop Solapur, if you want to Solapur is developed, but if you want to develop more Solapur economically and benefit the people of the Solapur economically, then wealth create करो. As per Adam Smith also, as per as Chanakya also, wealth creation means जैसे ट्रांसपोर्ट फैसिलिटी बनाओ, रोड्स बनाओ, ब्रिजेस बनाओ, फ्लाईओवर्स बनाओ, कम्युनिकेशन क्रिएट करो, जिससे पीपल विल गेट income from that thing. It will be easy to connect with different people. Facilities create करो, airports बनाओ, clear, so that people will come here. Hotels, airports, bridges, ठीक है, drinking water, proper electricity, industries. These are the wealth creation. If you will invest money in the wealth creation in Solapur, the economic condition of the people will grow in the Solapur, as well as the overall condition of the Solapur economic condition will grow. So ये था view किसका? चाणक्य का भी, as well as Adam Smith का भी. But there is still a difference. चाणक्य का second important क्या था? How it is possible? State has to play important role. Means government has to play important role in achieving that. Adam Smith का ये नहीं था. Even Adam Smith also wanted to concentrate on wealth creation in the nation, but he says it should be without government interference. So yeah, Adam Smith का सिर्फ difference क्या था कि government should not come in between and government should allow people to do all the activity. ठीक है. चाणक्य का क्या था? Government should spend money on that. Government should participate in everything. Government should start all those activities. Adam Smith का क्या था? Government should leave the people free to do their work. ठीक है. So this was the difference between Adam Smith view on economics and how the country development can be possible, and the other was the view of the चाणक्य. तो चाणक्य और एडम स्मिथ दोनों एक बात पे तो थे, दोनों का व्यू एक तो है, for the economic development wealth creation is must, but what is the diversion point between this, what is the different point between these two people? Adam Smith का क्या था कि government should not interfere in that activity, government should not restrict people, not make rules and regulation, too much rules and regulation to control people, and leave the people alone to do all those activities in wealth creation. और जहाँ तक चाणक्य का सवाल था, वो क्या चाहते थे कि government should interfere and do everything. That's all. तो यही व्यू, अब ये मैंने I had explained this in my words. Now let's see in the textbook words according to the Chanakya as well as Adam Smith. Okay, let's complete this trend. Now it will be easy for you. Kautilya's view on economics. Artha means wealth, and Shastra means science. Arthashastra explains the science of acquiring and managing wealth. So Chanakya has written a book. Chanakya has written some written works he has done by title Arthashastra, and in that he has explained the science behind acquiring and how to acquire the wealth and how to manage the wealth. On that he has written everything in that book. Essentially, Arthashastra is a treatise. Treatise means a piece of writing. Treatise means if you are having a textbook, you can write in your book. If you are having a textbook, write in your the meaning of the book. Treatise means written work, some writing work of writing, piece of work, few pieces of writing. Treatise on political economy. Political economy means state economy, where the government plays important role in its broadest sense. How the government should work to improve the economy. Through that sense, he has written this book. Key point, according to Kautilya's view, crucial role of the state or government. Government or state, the other name for government is state. Somewhere, at some places we can use, instead of government, I can say state has to do. Means what? Government has to do. So, according to Kautilya's view, there is a crucial, important role that government has to play in economics, in improving the condition of the country or state and the people living in that state. Focus on creation of wealth. So what is the second view? We should focus on, he says, kingdom or people or country or state should focus on creation of wealth as the means, just say, through which it is possible, which will ensure welfare of the state. अगर हम wealth creation पे ध्यान दोगे, wealth creation पे concentrate करेंगे, focus करेंगे, then things will automatically improve. Let me give an example. Like our prime minister. Do you know जब PM Modi was elected prime minister in the first 2 years, you must have heard 100 cities he has selected. 100 cities he has selected. ना student, क्या नाम दिया था? I remember, I forgot the name. What was the name? Do anyone remember? 100 cities he has selected, and one of the city was Solapur also. So what was the name he has given? Some name he has given to. Do anyone remember that? 100 cities, high-tech city he has given or something like that. Okay, no one remember, I guess. ठीक है. Okay, someone has written in the chat box. Smart city. Thanks, Smith. Smart cities. Okay, Sanjana, thank you. तो student, let's continue. तो संजना and Meet, I think दो लोगों ने मुझे आंसर दिया, very smart of them. तो smart city has given the name. He has given the name smart cities we will develop. So what was that? That was the Chanakya view only. Means what? You want to create a wealth. You want to spend on the wealth creation of that cities. You want to develop those cities, create infrastructure on those cities. And what was the objective? So he was focusing the same way. He was also focusing on what? Creation of the wealth as the means to ensure the welfare of that city, so that people living in that city will get benefit from that. Now you understood. Okay. Next, third, need for efficient administration. To do this now. The problem is that to achieve this, to spend on the wealth creation of that particular place. Just 1 minute, Rutuja. Okay. Sorry. I'm very sorry. Excuse me. need for efficient administrative machinery, but to make it successful, just announcement is not possible. To make it possible, to achieve this, that is wealth creation of that place, we need what? Efficient administrative machinery for good governance, so that it is properly managed, good government officer, good system, so that it is properly achieved. That what was the focus, what was the target? To create wealth in that nation. And to create wealth, what is the third view he has said in his Arthashastra? We need a proper governance, proper control, proper rules, proper people who sincerely follows and do their duty. So that was the third view. And fourth, compilation. Compilation means collection of political idea into Arthashastra. Political idea means the role of the kingdom, the role of the government while implementing the economy, while executing those plans, the role of the people in the politics, people in the government should also have to participate. Everything he has written this in Arthashastra. Student, I hope you have understood what is the first view we have discussed about economics. Our ancient view we have discussed of Chanakya, and Chanakya के view में कहाँ लिखा है उन्होंने, where he has written all this thing about economics. He has written a book Arthashastra, and in that he has mentioned that कि किसी भी कंट्री का, किसी भी स्टेट का, किसी भी किंगडम का, if we want to do real welfare of that people and of that state, we should concentrate on wealth creation first. Second, government should play important role in that activity. Third, proper system should be there, fair system should be there, proper machinery should be there, so that there is no loopholes while executing this decision. And finally, political angle was also included, political activities was also included. What is the role of political people? Those things were also mentioned in the book Artha Shastra. That's all. So this is the one view. So what you're going to write in your economics book, first you have to write meaning of economics. Okay, I told you what part you have to write from this paragraph. Then write this one. You have to write the heading Kautilya's view of economics, and whatever we have discussed till here, you have to write entire part. Okay. One more thing actually I missed. Actually, this part I had missed. Let me explain this also. This is extra information. And you should get extra information. So let me explain this also. Types of economic system in the world. There are three types of economic systems are prevailing. तीन तरह के economic system world में है. Each country follow their one of the system, but available there are three political and economic systems are there in the world: capitalism, socialism, and mixed economy. Let's understand this. What is the meaning of capitalism? What is the meaning of socialism? And what is the meaning of mixed economy? These are the three economic systems available in the world, and countries follow one of the. Each country follow one of the economic system, and then you decide in which system our country is following. First, let me explain. Capitalism means if any country is following this type of economic system, means capitalism means the importance is given to create capital, and government does not interfere in those activities. Government interfere very less. Government don't take responsibility to do each and every activity in that country. They leave it in the hands of commerce and industry, and all the activities maximum they leave it in the hands of private people. ठीक है, तो हर चीज गवर्नमेंट स्टार्ट नहीं करती. जैसे हमारे इंडिया में स्टार्टिंग में क्या था, रेलवे गवर्नमेंट, टेलीफोन गवर्नमेंट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी गवर्नमेंट, water supply government, everything was done by government. So capitalism is different. Capitalism system of economy, in that country, whichever the country is following capitalism, they leave it in the hands of private. They control those things, but they themselves don't get engaged in doing all these things. Their people don't get like government jobs. इस तरह की कुछ नहीं होता है, या बहुत कम होता है. क्लियर हो गया आपको? So capitalism में private peoples are given full control of all the activity in that country to do economic activity. That is capitalism. Socialism. I will give example of the country who is following capitalism, but first let me explain the other two also. So there are three political. Don't call it as economic system. Actually, इसका सही word क्या होना चाहिए? Political and economic system. Because who has a right to implement politics. Government has a right. So it is not just economic system. It is a political economic system. The right word is political economic system because it is allowed by the government. Then only it is. Then only we can implement that. So few countries follow capitalism, few countries follow socialism, and few countries follow mixed economy. Let me explain the other two. Socialism का मतलब होता है student. The meaning of socialism is uh, government gives importance in equality. Everyone should have equal rights. Everyone should get everything. Uh, no one should be more rich or more poorer. So equal. They try to maintain equality in that country. They want to give everyone equal rights. That's why to do that, government interfere and try to do themselves many things in that country. ठीक है ना तो गवर्नमेंट ट्राई स्टूडेंट if private people are doing maximum private people are doing they are going to earn in their way like in India. Reliance India, Mukesh Ambani is the 8th richest person in the world. ठीक है ना तो he is the 8th richest but what about the other people in the India. ठीक है ना तो socialism में that does not happen. Socialism में government see to it that everyone gets a fair share of the whatever economic activities happening in the country. Everyone is earning in a limited way. No one is earning too much as compared to others. Everyone is getting equal opportunity. ये देखा जाता है socialism. And to achieve that, government has to jump into economic activity and manage many things so that they are able to provide at a lower rate. बहुत कुछ उनको खुद start करना पड़ता है ताकि वो reasonable rate में they are able to provide at least necessary things जो जरूरत की चीजें हैं their people get at a fair price at a lesser price. To achieve this, government themselves have to do all the things. Okay, so ये हो गया capitalism and socialism. Mixed economy is a mix of socialism and capitalism. Few things government do and few things private they give it to the private people. Few things are managed by government and government does not allow others to private people to come in those area. Like example, railway government will think no private people should not run railway. It should be run by government only so that the rates are at a reasonable they can provide at a reasonable rate. Like cylinder it should manage by government only because it is a necessary good. Each and individual require that. It should not be they should not charge more for that. So that is a mix means few things will be done by government and few things will be done by the private people. Now tell me India, which economic system India is following? Can anyone answer? Which economic and political system our country is following? Can you guess? Can anyone want to guess? Aishwarya, you can write in chat box also. अच्छा ठीक है Sanjana, I will unmute you. Aishwarya is telling mix. Sanjana, what about you? Soumya is telling mix. Very good. Sanjana.
Sir, mixed economy.
Very good. Please
Hello.
mute your mic. Okay, very good. All are correct. In our country, we are following mixed economy, and slowly, we are moving towards the capitalistic economy. Slowly, we are moving toward capitalist economy. Slowly, we are doing privatization of everything. But we are presently, till now, we are following mixed economy because many things. But earlier, in India also, earlier everything was done by government. Railways was government, electricity government. Then now Reliance Power, Tata Power, now private electricity have started. But earlier only government was supplying the electricity. Railways government, airways was also government. Later on, Jet Airways and others people came in the business. But before that, only government was managing. So earlier we were in a socialism. Now we are in a mixed economy. Now let me give an example of capitalism. USA, UK, Japan. These are the example of few countries who follow capitalism, political economic system. Okay, socialism, China, Russia, they follow socialism. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Student, I think we have to stop now. You too will be tired now. What are the things you have to write in economics? Meaning of economics I told you to write, and write only this part. Which one? Kautilya view of economics, right till year. Okay, let me complete one paragraph. Let's cover this also. Do you know extra knowledge? Kautilya was a great statesman. What is the meaning of statesman? Political leader. Statesman means political leader. Philosopher. So what is the meaning of philosopher? Thinker. Thinker. Economics and royal advisor during the Maurya period. तो मौर्य किंगडम था हमारा एंशियंट टाइम में और सेकेंड और थर्ड बीसी में तो उस समय he was a statesperson, great statesperson, that is political leader, thinker, economist, and royal advisor. He is also known by the. This is not exam from exam point of view. Whatever they are putting in a shaded or as a separate information, that is not a part of your exam. That is not part of your exam. Okay, you just write meaning of economics and Kautilya's view of economics. That part you have to write today. Okay. And more, he's also known by the name Chanakya. Se bhi log people are aware. In fact, we are more aware with Chanakya word than Kautilya. The other name of this person is Vishnugupta is also other name. Kautilya authored he has written a book, that is authored the book, The Ancient Indian Political Treatise. Treatise is a written work, a piece of work, and the name of that piece of work is अर्थशास्त्र. ओके सो अभी हमने एंशिएंट देखा इकोनॉमिक्स का हमारे कंट्री के हिसाब से. फ्रॉम टुमारो वी विल गो अब्रॉड and we will see father of economics. We will study about the father of economics and the other two, Lionel Robinson and Alfred Marshall. Their view we will study tomorrow. I hope you have understood today's lecture, student. All of you understood today's lecture. Okay, today there is very good meet, very good Spurs, Aishwarya, good student. You will find it interesting. Later on, every day you will find it more interesting. So I hope you have understood whatever I have discussed today, the news part also, the bookkeeping part also, as well as economics part also. Whatever task I have given, please write it down in your accounts register as well as in economics register. Tomorrow we will continue at the same time, student. Thank you for attending today's lecture. Stay home, stay safe, take care, student. Have a good day. Chanakya se bhi log people are aware. In fact, we are more aware with Chanakya word than Kautilya. The other name of this person is Vishnugupta is also other name. Kautilya authored he has written a book, that is authored the book, The Ancient Indian Political Treatise. Treatise is a written work, a piece of work, and the name of that piece of work is अर्थशास्त्र. Okay, so अभी हमने ancient देखा economics का हमारे country के हिसाब से. From tomorrow we will go abroad and we will see father of economics. We will study about the father of economics and the other two, Lionel Robinson and Alfred Marshall. Their view we will study tomorrow. I hope you have understood today's lecture, student. All of you understood today's lecture. Okay, today there is very good meet, very good Spurs, Aishwarya, good student. You will find it interesting. Later on, every day you will find it more interesting. So I hope you have understood whatever I have discussed today, the news part also, the bookkeeping part also, as well as economics part also. Whatever task I have given, please write it down in your accounts register as well as in economics register. Tomorrow we will continue at the same time, student. Thank you for attending today's lecture. Stay home, stay safe, take care, student. Have a good day.